2024 James Reeves here at the Norlight booth with my buddy Frank. Frank is the holder of the name Delisle here in Germany. He's going to be launching a new modular suppressor for the European market. We've got a Norlight chassis kit here that we're going to demo on. Frank, tell us about your suppressor.
Yes, we have a challenge regarding the Norlight system because it is a true blowback action, and if you like to silence such an action, you have big problems regarding the blowback of any kind of silencer. So we developed a new universal design which is suitable to be used on semi-autos, even on semi-autos with blowback action. To mount them on any kind of muzzle thread, we have a piece that is separately manufactured and having all kind of muzzle thread. In our case with the Norlight M15-1. So we add it to the system.
Okay, and I need this adapter if I have a 1/2 by 28 or 15 by 1?
From 1/2 to 20, 5/8 to 24, M18-1, whatever. This muzzle brake, more a compensator than a muzzle brake, important for the use with the silencer, can now be threaded, be screwed on our interface. Okay, now we have a very high effective muzzle brake which makes a lot of sound. Uncomfortable, but very recoil reducing. So we have a steel tube with the same thread, and now we are creating an expanding chamber which allows the gas pressure to expand, and this kind levels down the noise, but we still have a large opening, so no silencing. This is time for the low pressure compartment, which doesn't employ any baffles. It's a special helix design, or vortex, whatever. And now we have the complete silencer, which develops very low blowback, can be used, for example, on a 9mm. The gun will work without a failure. You can also use the same system on all kind of direct impingement AR-15s.
Oh, so this is rifle rated as well?
Yes, it's perfectly rifle ready, because the most problem with the 223 is the great heat, which is bringing, even most of all with the short barrels, into the system. But here we have two materials, high carbon steel, aluminium. And the high pressure compartment will take most of the heat, so you can fire quite a lot before the silencer becomes too warm to get destroyed. We tested it on the 223 without switchable gas block. The gun will work. We tested on an AR-10 in 308 and 6-point Creedmoor. Will work also. Is
it rated for that? Like, you're okay with telling people if they own this, they can run it on their 6.5?
Yes, without any problem. Without any problem. And to set the crown on it, last week we make a test with the 338 Lapua Magnum. No problem.
Let me ask you this, Frank. If I'm looking at buying a suppressor, in my mind it's like, why would I do this where I've got the muzzle device I've got to put on, and then I've got this expansion chamber, and then I've got, I'll just buy a one-piece suppressor. Why would I not just do that versus this? What is the benefit of this design?
Maybe you have more than one gun. Then you can leave the compensator, the muzzle brake, on every gun. It's not very expensive. You can equip every gun no matter what kind of thread it owns, and you need only one silencer, only one. So you have an AR-15, you have a bolt action, you have a blowback 9mm, whatever. You only need this device and one silencer.
Well, let me ask it this way, because as an American, and right now my American audience is thinking, we have very similar systems in the United States. Like, if you're familiar with, say, like the Chemo system, or like the Cherry Bomb from Q, where there are a lot of different systems where you can do that in the United States. Is that less common in Europe?
Yes, of course, it's absolutely not common here.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay. You're providing a solution similar to what we have in the United States by doing this, where I can own one suppressor, I can own multiple muzzle devices, and I can switch from 1 to 1 to 1 to 1.
In the suppressors which are available in Germany are mostly employed, they mostly employed buffles, all kinds of buffle shapes. Every buffle suppressor will increase like a battery the back pressure, because it stores the gases from the muscle and it will send them back into the action. So with all these baffle-shaped suppressors, you will have a problem with blowback actions, and you will have in the AR-15 the problem that you get all the dirt through the ejection port into your face.
And this is a lower back pressure option?
Yes, this is very, very low back pressure.
Okay.
You see it is evident because you don't need a switchable gas block.
So this is a modular low back pressure system for Europe?
Yes, of course, of course. If you have a semi-automatic pistol with a thread on your barrel, in Europe most common 13.5 to 1 left hand, then you can use this device. I think in English it's called Nielsen device, in German it's Impulsgeber. Yeah. And now you can use your low pressure compartment and have a semi-automatic pistol.
Oh, very cool. So you can go from rifle, carbine, pistol, and then this will thread directly on. This is a direct thread with a Nielsen device built in.
Yes, it's a Nielsen device. So you can use a locked Glock, a Walter P99, or most better, of course, is a non-tilting barrel like the Beretta 92 or the P38 or the Luger pistol.
Of course, and you don't need the Nielsen device.
In this case, you need them. You need always, if the barrel is gliding to unlock, you will always need a Nielsen device. Only the fixed barrel doesn't need the Nielsen device.
Yeah, I misunderstood. I thought you were talking about only the fixed barrels. But in any event, Frank, let's say I want to get one of these. How do I do that?
You can order it under the address.
Is it possible to get one from Austria Arms?
Yes, of course.
Yeah,
yes, of course.
There we go.
They are very well equipped and have it on stock.
I got my buddies from Austria Arms here. So actually, truly the best gun shop in Europe, possibly the world. So I guess they can set you up with one of these. How much does it cost, Frank?
We have a suggested retail with 595 D-marks, including the German 19% tax.
Okay.
595.
So that's not very expensive at all, especially for a modular system like this. Well, Frank, thank you for taking the time to speak with us.
I thank you for giving me the chance to make it public.
It's no problem. It's very interesting, and then our buddies at Austria Arms sent us over here, said Frank's got something really cool. Guys, I really appreciate you watching. Stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe. More TFBTV Showtime coming your way.